of our US friends. And happy belated Canada Day to all the Canadian friends.
Yeah.
And it is Grand Rising, first Friday of the month, which means it is Oracle card reading day. Always so much fun. Oh, whoop, whoop. I don't know who those are for, but a couple jumped out already. Who are we? Cheryl, what do we do here?
Well, we are all in alignment. Excuse me. All in alignment. Creating sacred spaces. I'm having mic problems. With Anita A, Cheryl V, your stress reduction gurus, coming to you live like we do every Friday morning and have for a while. And we take our inspiration from the Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck by Terah Kathryn Collins. And because this is Feng Shui Friday, you can tell us if you want a card. Yay! Which is kind of fun. Although we both know that all the cards that come up are for everybody in general anyway. But it is kind of nice to have something specific all to yourself shared with everybody. But while we're waiting and getting going, I do want to also reiterate what my partner just said. Happy belated Canada Day to all our Canadian family and friends. And happy early Canada, US. It is their, oh my God, all of a sudden the words are escaping me. Independence Day, July 4th. Blah! You know what? I'm on my first coffee, so I'm just going to have a sip. Hang on.
Okay, yeah, just wait. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Connie. Sharon would love a card
Card?
today.
Okay, awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm going to guess Connie's going to say, me too, please. But thank you for joining us, ladies. How fun is that? And Sharon, I see some congratulations getting some certification through Janice Gallant's schools, the Mystic Creative classes. Atta girl, good for you.
Ooh. Have we seen any artwork?
I haven't seen the artwork. No, but maybe she'll share. She'll feel brave and share a few pictures of her art. Man, I got a frog this morning.
Well, I guess better a frog than a caterpillar. I don't know. We've got lots of caterpillars out here. Tent
Oh
caterpillar.
yeah. Yeah, not just
Now
there.
they're cocooning.
They're cocooning.
Cocooning. And yeah, our friend Sandra at the 20 Acre
I
Woods
was
said,
gonna say, have you seen some of Sandra's
imagine,
pictures?
she showed a picture yesterday of all the cocoons. And it's
That was
like,
on a fence line.
yeah, that was just one. No, that was on a bench.
That was a bench?
Hmm.
Wow.
Anyways, we're sending our love to
Yes.
our friend
Love
because
and patience, Sandra.
we don't have that. Okay, let's see. What does Sharon need to know today? Let's get into the mode here.
Yes. Yeah, because
Hmm.
I'm a
What
shuffling
is
and
it?
I'm a shuffling and
What
I'm a
is it?
shuffling.
Does Sharon need to know today? Oh, hello. Good morning, Cindy. Cindy would love a card as well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, ooh, sanctuary.
Oh. Whoop.
Card,
I had one
card,
fly out for Cindy.
card number 29. 29. Oh, I'm feeling maybe there's an art room coming up. I don't know. Oh, you know, um, that inner sanctuary is just as important as that outer sanctuary, vice versa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you create that space in your home somewhere where it's just kind of it feeds your soul. Nobody doesn't have to feed anybody else's soul, just your own.
100%.
And then your inner sanctuary, right? Then you become calm. balanced, connected, whether it's an area, a space, a room where you can paint, where you can meditate, where you can just go there and read a book, listen to music, dance, crochet, whatever it is.
Whatever.
And so this card today, Sharon, is just inviting you to say, where is my sanctuary? Is my inner sanctuary being nourished? And if it isn't, where can I create an outer sanctuary? And I know you spend already a lot of time in nature, golfing and going for walks and those kind of things. And that's the same kind of feeling that you want to create somewhere in a space in your home so that you can nurture and honor your inner sanctuary. Does that resonate for you, my dear? Oh, and she has some paintings. Well, just share the picture of your painting with us. That's all you need to do. Okay, we're waiting for the vessel to come in.
'Tis true, Miss Sharon, what the Anita has shared. What you surround yourself with, dearest, reinforces the energy behind the creations. When you utilize your recent creations and choose which ones you want, recall how you were feeling, how you were talking to yourself when you were making those creations. Were you criticizing yourself? Were you excited about learning something new and stepping beyond your current conditioning? Being creative, being in that moment. For that will be reiterated wherever you place those images, those pictures, those paintings. We pulled a couple cards. The first one that came for Cindy is the number 9 card, plants. Dearest Cindy. Plants. We wish to talk about the varying colors, the rainbow of options. That is what this is about. If you're feeling a little stuck, shall we say, Miss Cindy, like the rainbow of options in plant colors are the options that lie ahead of you and before you. But when you are in a space, sometimes it is hard to see beyond the current. But dearest, we can see it. And we can see the colors of the rainbows, like that in plants. We can see the varying heights, the varying widths, the varying options that lie ahead of you. Taking a space such as your home or your favorite place in your home. Quietly sit. Close your eyes. And breathe into the textures that surround you. Are those textures fabrics made from plants? Reiterating growth and potential? Are they synthetic? Meaning potentially controlled and made by outside sources. It is an interesting topic. and one we wish to delve into a little further, but not right at this moment. Let us go back to Cindy and the potential around her. Taking a moment to realize nature is your teacher. These two say this all the time. But sometimes we don't stop. They don't stop to realize the truth in that statement. For example, this vessel working in a greenhouse, surrounded by plants on a daily basis. Some of them right now need a little extra attention. They're deadheading, meaning releasing those branches, those flowers, those stems that are no longer serving a purpose. And when you do so, the plant flowers more prolifically. Again, what in your life is ready to be released because it is no longer serving you? We love you all so deeply, and we bid you namaste.
Wonderful. I would like to add to that for Cindy. Maybe this is also a little reminder, a little, you know, something out here in the energetic field that says, have you been consuming your share of plant material lately?
Mm,
So that's just, just picking that up out there.
that was
Maybe
probably
a
for me.
maybe a little bit more raw veggies in your diet, something like that. And and maybe also spending some of that time just getting your hands in the dirt or your feet in the
Mm,
dirt. Uh, we have well, Cindy would know, Sharon wouldn't, and some others. Anyways, this is big Stampede week around central Alberta. We had the
mhm.
Ponoka Stampede, we got Bonalto Rodeo this weekend, and the
Calgary.
biggest one on earth, Calgary Stampede, starts on Friday. So we actually went to the Ponoka one on Monday night because one of my favorite bands was playing Sawyer
Mm,
Brown. And so we went to the chuck wagons, and then after the chuck wagon, then they have the bands playing. Well, they ended up having to cancel some of the wagon races because there was a storm coming in. We've had a tremendous amount of rain, and then it just poured. It just
mhm.
poured for, I don't know, probably 15 minutes, a little bit of hail in there and whatever. Anyways, so they ended up starting the band early, and then they open up the arena, I guess. And we went tromping in this much mud
Yep.
to get to the stage. And it was so funny because you know, whatever. You can always wash mud off your shoes or boots or whatever. There was this little boy. He was about 3 years old. His mom had him from the back of his neck, and he got loose. And he just went in the mud, and he was playing, and he had it in his hands, and he was like, oh, and
He
he
was just
just
loving life.
like in about 3 seconds, he was completely covered in mud. And I just thought, there's so much joy in
Hmm.
that, so much joy in just getting your hands dirty sometimes and
Yep.
connecting with Mother Earth. I mean, that was extreme, but it was
Not
just
for him.
it was so fun to watch. And then a couple of people got out their cameras and they're
Yeah.
videotaping him because it just lightened everybody up. And then it's like, yeah, you know what?
Whatever.
It's only mud. You can wash it. Uh, so maybe Cindy, you need to be like that little boy. Just go out there, get your hands dirty, forget about gardening gloves and all that stuff. Just do it.
Fun. Well, I did get a third card, and maybe that's one we can both talk about for everybody. We have a few minutes.
Okay.
Number 51, helpful people and travel. And
Mm.
I find this interesting because you and I, before we came on, we started talking about next
Mm.
Saturday doing our workshop at Bluegrass, all about
Mm-hmm.
your front entrance and unlocking the potential into your home. And we need your help because what's happened is the links haven't been working for registration for people. So join us, share it with some of your friends. This is going to be fun. Anita and I have not taught an in-person workshop in a while. And you know us, you're going to get some information, you're going to have some giggles, and there's going to be opportunities to learn and grow. And what a better way to do that than in a greenhouse? Learn
Mm.
and grow. Yay! So I appreciate Bluegrass letting us have a workshop out there. It's a beautiful setting. And so we need our helpful people, which is you, to join us, but also to invite a friend. Say, come on, it's 20 bucks. Let's bring a coffee out to Bluegrass and go learn something from Anita and Cheryl next Saturday morning. Because truly, the front entrance into your house is holding is a key. And there's a lot of potential in there that we're going to help you unlock. What do you want to add
Mm-hmm.
to that, my friend?
Well, also before we came live, we were talking about you and I traveling to Calgary
Yes.
next week as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so the helpful people and travel area of your home is facing your home from the street, right? Whatever area is on the right hand side, that's your helpful people and travel area. And it's always a good idea, and maybe this is just a little reminder for you and I, Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
is for us to look at our helpful people and travel area, see if there's any stagnant energy,
Energy. Yeah.
see if we can, sometimes it's just a matter of moving some things around. It's,
Cleaning.
cleaning or reorganizing
Mm-hmm.
or decluttering. Again, just freshening up the space, looking through your feng shui eyes so that uh, then we have the helpful people that we need in our
Mm-hmm.
life, which is being at the right place at the right time with the right people showing up.
Exactly.
And um, so, that's kind of twofold for us,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because yes, we're going to travel to Calgary on Wednesday. Yes, we have a workshop. So I think you're absolutely right. That card is for us and anybody else that feels
Absolutely.
that maybe you need some other helpful people in your life. You need some people to show up so that you can be in the right place at the right time. That's the synchronicities that show up. I was listening to a podcast last night, or actually, yeah, it was a podcast um, with our friend Lee Carroll,
Mm.
and he was being interviewed, and he said the energy is shifting right now, and one of the biggest things that you can do is say yes. Get out of get off the chair, stop watching TV, say yes to those things that you might not say yes to before. So that might
Mm.
be saying yes to a workshop,
Yep.
yes to joining our in-person women's event, yes to just saying to your friend, yes, we're going to Calgary. Uh, so, if there's some opportunities coming your way, the
Mm-hmm.
synchronicities only show up, the helpful people and the travel only show up when you say yes.
And those
So,
helpful people I want to add aren't just of this physical realm.
mm, that's right. There are.
They are the ones that have a bigger view of what things are going on right now than you and I can even begin to imagine. So I've totaled up the numbers. I get the number 8. What do you get?
I get the number 8.
Yay! So I'm going to refer to double digitology as I always do, Marilyn Harper Joy Roby, about the number 8, which I know is my partner's favorite number. The
Mhm.
8 by itself
Excuse
represents
me.
abundance, a lucky number, wealth in all things in addition to money, the constant ebb and flow of all things, in other words, energy, decisive and self-discipline. And this one really reminds me of what was said about Sharon, an awareness of your positive thoughts as well as redirecting your negative thoughts. A very strong energy of balance in business. Ooh, and of course you can grab your own copy and read up on that. All right, my partner, how would you like to wrap up this episode of Fun Shui Friday?
Oh, well, as always, thanks for joining, tuning
Yes.
in, share it out. We're always on YouTube. All of our episodes can be listened to again and or shared.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have some um, great little clips or videos on the workshop presenters that we're having at Her Inspired Journey 2026. And you'll find them somewhere on our page, event page, and or YouTube. Have a listen to those as well.
Yes.
And yeah, we love your support. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, to our US friends, Terah Kathryn Collins, thank you for the Western School of Feng Shui. Happy July 4th.
Yes.
Celebrate.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye
Bye.
bye.